Yes, my lord. My lord, in 1994, President Obasanjo traveled to United States of America, and he went to Center for International and Strategic Studies, Washington, D.C., May the 12th to be precise. In one of the things he said, and one of his lasting ambitions for Nigeria, he said, and I quote from this report, that the interim government of Nigeria should have 2 years to clear the mess. Correction, sorry. Should have 2 years to clear the mess, install basic discipline, stabilize the currency and the economy. This is the way Mr. President Assad then continued to look at Nigeria. His maiden speech confirmed this assertion. If this is the case, my lord, then let me give you a classical example of some of the intrigues and high places. With this in mind, for us to understand clearly, during General Abacha's time, the person that became the Minister of Finance during General Abdulsalami Abubakar was under investigation for being an agent against Nigeria, for economic sabotages. And if there are doubts, I want the former Minister of Finance, Mr. Makelani, to be called to throw more light. No sooner General Abacha died, this same man who was conniving with other countries to kill Naira against Nigeria became Minister of Finance. These same people, my lord, and I want, if I'm wrong, I want to be called in the eyes of the world that I am wrong or I told lies. This same man, along with General Abdulsalami Abubakar, left behind conceived ideas to create new currencies, the 100 Naira note, the 200 Naira note, and the 500 Naira note. It was part of what they left for President Obasanjo to execute. President Obasanjo now came, and because it is a clique, and because they don't want to hand over power to him, and I have my reasons to say, plenty of them to come, he is now there. The circumstances that brought about him becoming there are also another thing, but I want to just highlight on the intrigues. If there are economists in this hall or anywhere, I want to be quoted as wrong. If the issue of domestic currency displacement is wrong, if it is wrong as a key cause of any inflation or destroying the domestic currency of any country in the whole world over, or if it is acceptable. Now, from the little knowledge I have on what is called DCD, domestic currency displacement, they didn't tell Mr. President this one. They went ahead and introduced this 100, 200, and 500 Naira notes. I have my reasons. I want to say something, my lord. The president has been under attack. It's a calculated issue. How? We had before the new currency 1 Naira note, 5 Naira, 20 Naira, and 50 Naira before the new ones. My lord, the formula says if you add the old currency before you add new one into domestic currency, and then take the average of it, whatever percentage you get, that is the rate of DCD effect in the inflation of the country as at that time. Before this new currency came, my lord, the price of Gari was far, far below than what it is today. If you add this, it will give you, on Nigeria's aspect, 17.5% effect on it. But again, haven't come to introduce the new currency, 100, 200, and 500. If you add all and take the average, you will have 800, and divide by 3, you will get 263.5%. The variation is the stand of the price. That's why before the currency came, what you had as price of Gari was 30 Naira. Today, the same Gari that cost 30 Naira costs 120 Naira. And Mr. President cannot get the answer. And they came standing around him to tell him a different thing, far away from the truth. I am not an economist, but I love to learn always. My lord, Mr. President has been disgraced, wanting to find out the solution as to whether it is Nigerians that are in high places that are now eating Gari, or the Gari is being exported out. Is far from it. This is the game design. When you have new currency, you also have an understanding with the country that produced that new currency. Then you have fake currency coming into the circulation. Right now, the 100, 200, and 500 are more in circulation than the 1 naira up to 50 naira, which is to say that only the big man's type of domestic currency is in circulation. The poor man's currency that is supposed to be in circulation has been mopped up for the poor man to suffer, for President Obasanjo to fail. I want him to reflect and reason. I know why I'm talking to him like this. But my Lord, if this is not told, I can see a situation whereby when people keep mute from saying the truth at the right time, not because of the interest of President Olusegun Obasanjo as a person, but because of the common masses, because of the Nigerians that suffer day by day. Day by day, I repeat, day by day. So my Lord, this point I'm given is intentional. I'm coming to that, my Lord. But if they can, my Lord, if they can now deviate from criminal issues into economic issues with the same intrigues, then when will Nigeria ever get to the heights of the dreams of our people, of our fathers yesterday and the young ones tomorrow? Then how can your recommendations now be seen to support the government of the day? When you submit recommendations for reconciliation with people that are hungry and angered, there will never be reconciliation. That's why I brought this point, my Lord.